Hey, this is Jamie at Mill Pond Fright Night, and I'm trying something new today. Um, Basically, I want a t-shirt from everybody out there that has a haunt t-shirt, and I figure it's only fair if I have one to give back. So I went on YouTube yesterday and kind of looked around at how to do your own silk screening at home. And this is what I came up with, and I'm going to give it a try today. So either it works and you'll see this video, or it won't and I'll delete it and you'll never know this happened. But basically, um, from what I can tell, the easiest thing to do is I went to Walmart and just got just a basic picture frame that was bigger than what I wanted. Um, and I printed out my label, or my pattern, on just regular cardstock paper, which was 8.5 by 11, and I could not find a regular document one. So this one's bigger. So what I did is I laid it down. Well, first, I guess I should say, I cut a piece of pantyhose, which is basically the only thing it's good for, because frankly, I will never wear a pair. And I stretched it out across the frame and stapled it in here around all the edges. So then I just had a big piece of pantyhose stretched over, and of course I took the glass out and all that stuff, so it was just an empty frame. Then I laid it down over my picture and used a Sharpie to trace where the edges were. And it was actually kind of nice because when I was stapling the hose, I got a run right here. So this worked out. That's why it's kind of positioned up into the corner to kind of cover that. But then once I got my lines, I took duct tape and went all the way around the outside areas there and on the back, which does two things. First of all, it keeps my paint from going outside the lines, but second of all, I'm hoping it's going to reinforce those hose. I really don't think that this is going to last very long. Someone else said that they used a sheer, like a curtain, or like a shower curtain, and I think that would hold up much better, but I didn't have one, and I really wanted to do this cheap in case it didn't work. So anyway, that's how I did the frame. And then this, I just printed out on cardstock paper my words, and then went through with an X-Acto knife and cut everything out. And of course, when you're doing stenciling, you have to leave a little line, for the dead spaces. So that's what I did. And this actually was the hardest part of the whole thing. It took me forever to cut out all these tiny little doodads and stuff. So anyway, that's, oh, and then a squeegee. I needed a squeegee for doing the paint, and then I just went and bought regular red, just regular paint for fabrics. So that's that. And then I had some leftover foam board from when I made my clown, so I cut the foam board just bigger. Well, let me do it this way. I cut it just bigger than my frame, so, and slid it underneath the shirt, so I'll have something to work on, so it'll be sturdy, and so the paint won't bleed through. And I'm finding, I think the hardest part of this whole process is trying to figure out where on the shirt my pattern is supposed to go, and make sure it's make sure that everything is even and centered. And let me tell you, you guys that do this on a regular basis, props to you, because this is really hard. And who knows how it's going to go. But basically, the best I can tell is I'm going to lay this down where I want it. I'm going to put this on top of it. I'm going to squirt this paint here, and then take the squeegee and squeegee it back and forth across my picture. Then, in theory, when I pick this up, hopefully this will stick to it. It will all come up together, and I'll have words. We shall see. So anyway, I'm going to give it a go, and I'll be back in a minute, hopefully with a nice finished product. Otherwise, this is going in the trash, and you'll never even know I did it. So we'll see how it goes. So it worked. I'm actually kind of surprised, but there it is. There's my shirt. I did get a little bit of bleed over here on the side that I quickly wiped off really quickly. So really quickly. So hopefully when that dries, it won't be that noticeable. But for my first try, I'm kind of excited. So here's the new Mill Pond Fright Night t-shirts, and I guess I'm in business if anybody wants one of these scrappy looking shirts. But so yeah, I know a lot of people aren't starting on their shirts till after the haunt season. So hopefully, hint hint, we can swap, and hopefully by then I'll be better at this, and my shirts will look better than this. But anyway, that's what I've been doing today, and now I'm off to bigger and better things. Bye bye.